Hello. We've got people coming for dinner tomorrow night, and I'm just getting organised because I've got a few things on, including open house at Glen Iris tomorrow. So if anyone wants to come along, check out the Black TM6, if you're in Melbourne, of course. I will pop the details in the blurb to go with this, but it's on between 3 and 4 tomorrow afternoon at Glen Iris. You do need to register, but it's free. Anyway, so I have made a curry from Nico Moretti's Wanderlust book. It's the Sri Lankan chicken curry, and it's got a bit of a kick. You actually make your own curry powder with this too. So where is that? Which is super easy. Curry powder is so easy in the Thermix. Sri Lankan curry powder. Basically, you dry roast the spices, and then you blitz them all up. Curry powder, easy peasy. But I'm also making dessert. I'm sorry, and I should say I'm also making dessert. So I have never made this before. I saw it, I think it was on a Thermix page or something, you know, Thermix in Australia page. I thought that looks amazing. And seeing as mandarins are in season, always good to buy and use what's in season. So I'm going to start cooking. We won't be able to see all of it because there is a bit of baking time and all that sort of stuff. Preheat the oven to 200, that's going on there. Set aside a dish. I'm not sure how much the volume is going to be, so I've got this one out. So there is plenty of space. Now, it does say white sugar. I don't have white sugar. I have raw sugar, so that's what I'm going to use. And mandarin peel of 1 mandarin, okay? So that's going in. This is the best way if you want to blitz up, if you're making a dessert and you've got lemon rind or orange rind or even a cake or whatever, and you've got sugar and the peel makes it grate a lot better. If you just do the peel, because it's a little bit moist, it doesn't just grate quite as well. So that's my tip to you. If you're reading a recipe and it asks you, what you know you're going to use the zest, if there's sugar in it, zest with the sugar. 10 seconds speed 9. Have a look at that. There we go. Look at that. There's 1 piece of peel here. I'm actually going to take that bit out. We don't want a big lump in there. But the rest of it, I tell you what, it smells amazing. Really beautiful. Okay. So there we are. Sides are scraped. I'm actually going to scrape the bottom too. Again, it's the moisture that makes it happen. So it clumps together like this, but you see I've got beautiful orange sugar. And I honestly can't think that it's going to be a difference using raw rather than white. Then I'm going to add 200 grams of milk. Okay. 4 egg yolks, which I've broken and separated. Okay. And now we're going to use thicken mode. So thicken mode is fantastic for all this sort of stuff. So I'm not sure how long this goes for. So it didn't tell me. It's going to work it out itself. It's really smart. 10 minutes. So we may not be able to talk for 10 minutes, but let me try. I did it for 8 the other day without even realizing. So you never know what I might get away with. So I'm going to find cookie 2. Let me put it there first. So I just Googled in cookie dough Bavarois, and there are 3. There's the whole strawberry Bavarois sort of cake thing, or gâteau if you like. Burnt Mandarin Bavarois with Mandarin syrup, which is what I'm making, and passion fruit Bavarois. So I'm just interested to see it. This is probably just molding into a big cake. So I was going to make it a sponge, and then this strawberry mousse Bavarois thing there. So gelatin. Okay. So gelatin, and then you've got and then that makes the Bavarois, and then you top it on top. So it looks pretty good. But this really appealed to me. I don't know, something about that picture. Incredible. So what we're doing is we're doing the Mandarin cream, which is the actual Bavarois bit cooking in the Dariel mold. And we're going to, so it's just doing the thicken mode, 80 degrees. Didn't tell us the time, it works that out, very smart machine. So it does that with rice cooking and all sorts of things for the different modes. I'm going to add cream. I'm going to put it into oven-proof dish and bake for 15 to 20 minutes. Well, I won't be able to talk to you for all that time. But we're going to look for dark spots. The custard will appear curdled. And after that, I'm going to put water in the bowl, sprinkle in gelatin, set it aside for 2 minutes, and then heat it for 2 minutes. Then I'm going to add the custard, the cooked custard, vanilla, mandarin juice, and blend. And then straining it through a sieve into a jug and pour into the 6 Dariel molds. And then it's just going to sit there and drain and, just set overnight. And then I will make the mandarin syrup too. So I'm hoping mine looks as good as that, but we'll see. So once we're in here, I thought we might look at that dessert. Dessert. Okay. So there's, what have I got here? I've got 1,946 desserts. They're obviously a semolina custard thing. There's a mousse. What if I put in fruit desserts? Okay, so now it's coming up. I've got, I don't know if you're going to hear me, I'm going to move away a little bit. Don't look at the rest of my kitchen. Messy cooking. So obviously, your fruit ice creams, your sorbets, all those sorts of things are really quick and easy. Frozen fruit, ice creams, fruity dreams. This, if you haven't made it, is absolutely delicious. So it's apple and berries as the fruit. With the crumble, I'll just show you this because it's quite interesting. I make it gluten-free. So it's a bit different to this, but I basically follow this. So I get my filling sorted. Actually, don't do the amaretto. I don't necessarily do the strawberries, but I'll do some mixed berries in there. Then with the crumble, you see it's got 100 grams of plain flour. Well, you could use 100 grams of gluten-free plain flour. But what I do is actually I double the hazelnuts and I double the almonds. And it's a really nutty, delicious dessert and crumble. So that's a couple of little tips on making gluten-free. And cater. So I wouldn't actually put this down as dessert. For me, this would be breakfast, but this is a really super duper. Actually, I'll make it one day. Fruit and nut shop. All right. So it's literally coconut, an apple, pitted dates and almonds, and just turbo it. So I would make that for breakfast. Have it with berries. You could add more seeds in. You have a bit of yogurt, and that is a sensational breakfast. So I'm not quite sure why it's in desserts, but I guess you could have it for dessert too. Then we've got a creme brulee with tropical fruits, a cobbler, a lot of frozen ones, the fruit coulis. So these are really, really easy to make, and they are fantastic if you think, for a pav or with some meringues and cream and some berries or mango. So you can use whatever fruit you want. So it's literally a bit of sugar, a bit of lemon juice and a bit of fruit. You blend it all and then you cook it for 5 minutes. Super easy, and they are really delicious. That's a really nice one. If you just need a bit of a sauce for something, that's really cool. Doesn't that look amazing? I'm not sure about dragon fruit, but the color is sensational. Stewed fruit compote. So that's a really nice winter one to do. See, that's all dried fruit. Galettes, so like the Mediterranean galette and things like that, but just a fruit version. These look spectacular. And so on. This actually fruit platter I think is amazing. So it's so pretty. That is using the cutter,
Not sure when it's back in stock yet, unfortunately. Sorry, guys. But if you've got it, and well, it doesn't really matter. I would do that in summer. That is really beautiful. Spectacular and impressive. Fruit puree. Here we are, grated fruit again. Da, 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 da. So there we go. We've got a whole lot of different fruit desserts. Look at these little tarts. Oh, not quite sure. Dried fruit scones. There we go. That caramel cake I have made once, and it was actually really delicious. So that's another one. Looks really impressive. You know, birthday cake, cream and the fruit and everything on top. And these look beautiful. Look at them. So heaps and heaps of different. I haven't made the tropical fruit one, but I've made the lemon meringue cake, which is really amazing. So lots and lots and lots of different fruit options for desserts. Let's put the C word in front. Chocolate. Okay, so we've got the white strawberry mousse there, the chocolate hazelnut torte, delicious, salted caramel fudge. Here we go. Sourdough starter discard chocolate chips. So again, not wasting anything, just use what you have if you're a sourdough maker. Vegan chocolate cake, chocolate custard, chocolate volcanoes. They are my daughter's absolute favourite. That looks pretty good to me. Baked white chocolate and caramel cheesecake. There's I think that looks like the torta caprese, but I'm just going to click in and just see what nuts. Yeah. Oh, they've got a mixture of nuts. Look how easy that is. You're going to toast the nuts, chop the chocolate, transfer to a bowl, place the cool toasted nuts, chop them. Add butter, sugar, eggs, chop chocolate. Wow, that's really cool. 20 seconds, 4 minutes. That's melting the chocolate. Then it cooks for 40 to 50 minutes. That looks really nice. To try that one. Quite tempted to actually make it. Add my week. Might even do it today. All right. I've got all those bits and pieces. I do. Okay. So heaps. Look at this. Chocolate raisin hazelnut cookies. Paleo chocolate chip cookies. Made those the other day. I think they're up on YouTube. They are delicious. I did use ghee in those. So lots and lots and lots of different options of different chocolate desserts as well. And the other thing I really need to look up now, because I used egg yolks. I've got egg white. Egg white. So look at that. Oh, we're done. I can talk for 10 minutes. I don't think it was 10 minutes, but anyway, let's have a look. So egg white omelets, whipped egg white chocolate cake. Another good idea. Let's have a look at that one. White chocolate cake. Oh, 8 egg whites. I could halve it. Dark chocolate, unsalted butter. Okay. Stick that one in the mix as well. Sometimes when I'm doing this, I will add a whole lot of recipes to a day. All right. So just, you know, having a look, which one would I make? That's actually for tomorrow. It's going up to the open house, black bean brownies. But that's what I do, is I'll load up one day if I'm not sure with a whole lot of recipes, and then I'll go through them in a bit more detail and I'll get rid of some of them. All right, so let's have a look. I've got to add 200 grams. So this is, it's not totally thick. I'll tell you what, it smells amazing. But it is thicker than it was, just fine. So now we're going to add 200 grams of thickened cream. Oops, 211 grams of thickened cream. Popping the lid back on. 5 seconds on speed 3, just mixing the cream in. I just changed my dish.
So I'm going to pour it into an oven-proof dish, and I just think this one will be big enough. This. Okay. See what looks, smells sensational. It's like a custard, an orange flavored custard. And so it's going to bake in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes until it's darkened with black spots, and the custard will appear curdled. All right, so I'm going to do that. And then we bring it out. I'm going to pop the gelatine. I'm going to pop the gelatine into the bowl. I'm going to let it dissolve and then heat it up. And then the custard's going in, some vanilla bean paste, some mandarin juice, and mix it all up. Then I'm going to strain it, and I'm going to put it into, oh, where are they? They are. They look a bit worse for wear, these molds. I've had them for a while. But these are just silicone dariole molds. They've been used for, you know, lava cakes and all sorts. So, yeah, so they'll go in there and they will set. And then I will deal with the sauce that goes with it. So I will let you know how it all goes and how it tastes. But I think this looks absolutely stunning dessert, and you know, very good for any dinner table, any dinner party you're having, and particularly great in season when you're using things that are a little bit cheaper. Okay, bye.